This is the 12th lecture for physics related to class 12th students. And in this lecture, we will discuss about continuous charge distribution, and with the help of continuous charge distribution, calculation of force and electric field intensity. Then after we will also discuss about the types of charge distribution. Now see the concept of continuous charge distribution. Continuous charge distribution means the spreading of charge. The spreading of charge in a region in continuous manner. And here charge value must be greater than much greater than the charge on electron. With the help of this concept continuous, we will calculate the value of force. Suppose this is a region, and in this region a small amount of charge GQ is given, and with the help of this charge we have to calculate the electric force, electrostatic force, and then after calculating electric force we can calculate the electric field. This is the surface area S, and here dq charge that is related to a small amount of area, that is ds. So the value of electrostatic force on test charge q naught due to charge dq, that is equal to df here in magnitude form 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught dq q naught upon r square unit cap r. This is the value of force due to a small amount of charge, and when we integrate this value of force up to whole surface, then we can calculate the total value of force. Then F total is equal to integration over whole surface, that is df is equal to df value 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught dq q naught upon r square unit cap r, that is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught q naught here, and then dq upon r square unit cap r. This is the F total. This is the total value of force, and with the help of this force we can calculate the electric field E total. E total is equal to F total upon q naught, that is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught. This q naught will be cancelled out, so 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught integration over surface dq upon r square unit cap r. Then after calculating force, the next thing, the types of charge distribution. Types of charge distribution. There are many three types. And here distribution in continuous way. Number first, volume charge distribution. Volume charge distribution. And number second, surface charge distribution, and in the terms of distribution here we have to calculate what? Density. Surface charge density. Surface charge density, and number third, linear charge density. Linear charge density. Whenever density calculated, then distribution also calculated. Then in each term we will calculate what? Density here the types of charge distribution in the sense of density. Step by step we will discuss about all. So first is here, that is volume charge density. And with the help of volume charge density we will calculate the value of force. Suppose this is the portion of volume and here charge distributed over whole volume. Then how the value of force and intensity calculated? Very easy. Number one, that is volume charge density. It is defined as the charge per unit volume. It is defined as the charge per unit volume. That is rho is equal to dq upon dv. Suppose dv is the unit volume, it means minimum volume, and dq is the minimum charge whenever taken. Then this is the surface charge density, and with the help of this surface charge density we can calculate the value of force as well as value of intensity. Then by definition of force, F is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught integration here q naught dq upon r square unit cap r. So representation of dq here, so we have to remove this dq with the help of this equation. Then F is equal to what? 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught integration rho dv upon r square unit cap r. This is the value of force, and with the help of this force formula we can calculate, that is intensity. E is equal to what? F upon q naught. So this F upon q naught whenever taken, then 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught integration rho dv upon r square unit cap r. Similarly, we can calculate the value of force and intensity for surface charge density as well as for linear charge density. The second thing, that is for surface charge density, so a two-dimensional surface when taken, any small amount of surface here also taken, then the value of small amount of charge, that is dq, in such a way that the value of force on test charge lies at point P, Then the definition of surface charge density, that is the charge per unit amount of charge per unit surface area. And it is represented by sigma. Sigma is equal to dq upon ds. With the help of this formula, we can estimate unit easily. Charge unit, that is coulomb, and surface area unit, that is meter square. And in this sense, here also unit can be calculated, that is coulomb per meter cube. Then after calculating sigma, we can calculate the value of force as well as intensity. In this case also, the value of force is equal to, very simple, the value of force F is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught Q naught integration over surface dq upon r square unit cap r. The value of dq, that is sigma ds, and this one equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught q naught here sigma ds upon r square unit cap r. By using this force, you can calculate what? Electric field intensity is equal to what? F upon q naught, that is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught integration over close, not close, two dimension surface sigma ds upon r square unit cap r. The last one is, that is third number, linear charge density. Linear charge density second, surface charge density, that is represented by sigma, and third, linear charge density, that is represented by lambda, and the amount of charge per unit length. The amount of charge per unit length, that is lambda is equal to dq upon dl. Suppose length is given and here small amount of length, that is dl taken, total length L, and due to this length here charge is given on this length, and due to this length the value of force on test charge lies at point P. Here the small amount charge dq linked with this length dl. Then the value of force F is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught q naught integration over total length dq upon r square unit cap r is equal to the value of dq we have to represent by lambda dl. So 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught integration over total length lambda dl upon r square unit cap r. This is the value of force, and with the help of this force we can easily calculate the value of intensity just like dividing by q naught. So E is equal to F upon q naught is equal to 1 upon area value, the remaining term q naught, so 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught integration over total length lambda dl upon r square unit cap r. So in this way the continuous charge distribution in three terms, number first that is volume charge density, and number second is surface charge density, and number third that is linear charge density. So In the terms of all three charge density, we have to calculate if intensity, the intensity E is equal to E, that is continuous is equal to what? E volume charge density plus E surface charge density plus E linear charge density. And the total force, suppose you have to calculate total force on any object, and the object having charge, either charge is discrete or continuous, then there is two way of calculation. First by discrete calculation and second by continuous. In case of continuous, we are using here in the terms of volume charge distribution and surface charge distribution as well as linear charge distribution with the help of their density concept. Linear charge density, that is lambda dq upon dl, and surface charge density, that is sigma dq upon ds. And just previously we have calculated what? Volume charge density, that is rho. This is the continuous evolution of intensity due to charge distribution either in the terms of discrete or continuous whenever given. Then in general, intensity in general concept, we have to calculate in two ways, E continuous and E discrete. Discrete means just like charge lies at one position and the charge lies at another position, there is no continuous form, then the calculation in the terms of discrete, just like 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught taken, then the charge will be qi and the position will be ri, then ri square and unit kappa. And here E continuous we have to calculate in volume charge density concept, in surface charge density concept, and in linear charge density concept. With the help of these terms, whenever taken two, then we can calculate the intensity in general form, and then by using this charge density concept, we will calculate the application form of derivation of Gauss theorem in the terms of either spherical cell or in the terms of linear infinite charge sheet or infinite length. That is very easy. Whenever the charge density concept will be equal, then you can calculate in very simple way. So that's all for today. Thank you.